Dani, today we're at the Woodrow Wilson Presidential Library.
Wow, it's incredible.
Isn't it though? This is going to be exciting.
Indeed.
Hello. Today we are on the grounds of the Woodrow Wilson Presidential Library and Museum. And we are honored to be here today with Emily Kilgore. Thank you for having us today.
Yeah, we're so excited you guys are here.
Now, Emily is the Director of Education and Engagement. That's quite a title.
It is. It means I get to do all kinds of things that have anything to do with the public here at the museum. So anybody who walks in the door gets to see something that we put together.
You're a very important person.
I'd like to think so.
Very good. So, tell us a bit about the museum here and the
Sure.
birthplace.
Yeah, so the grounds that we're on has a variety of different buildings in it, including a museum that was actually built here in the 1990s, far after Woodrow Wilson being born here, and we'll get to see his birthplace house in just a little bit. Known as a Presbyterian manse, it was built in 1846, and the Wilsons move in here in 1856. He doesn't actually live here for very long, though, which we'll talk about just a little later.
Of course, absolutely. So, how much acreage here? This is a large facility.
We do. We have on our campus right now 5 to 6 buildings, and I say that loosely because we're working on adding another currently.
Fantastic.
And so we have everything from a gift shop to his house, the museum here behind us, as well as our archives and storage facility that's just next door, and smaller areas where we do a lot of education programming that we call our carriage house.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Emily, tell us about this building behind us.
Yeah, so this is the original birthplace house of Woodrow Wilson. He was born here in 1856. The building behind me is called a Presbyterian manse, which is the name the Presbyterian Church gave to their houses, or what they referred to as their parsonage.
Fascinating.
Yeah, so the original church was just down the street here, and so Woodrow Wilson's father, Joseph Ruggles Wilson, was the minister there at that church. And they would move here and live in here in 1855, and Woodrow Wilson would be born a year later. So in addition to Joseph, we also had his wife, Jessie Woodrow Wilson, where Woodrow Wilson's middle name comes from, as well as his 2 sisters, Marion and Annie. And in addition to the family of 5 after Wilson is born, there are also 3 enslaved individuals who lived and worked here in the house. It is prior to the Civil War, so Virginia looks very different than it does today.
I can imagine. What a beautiful place. So, you offer tours here, I understand.
We do. So in addition to being able to visit the manse, you can also come and tour the house, the birthplace house as we call it. And the tours are about 30 to 40 minutes, and they talk about what life was like in Stanton in 1856. So you get a little bit of an idea of what the history of the area looked like at this time. In order to do those tours, we offer them 4 to 5 times a day, and you can purchase tickets in our gift shop.
Fantastic. These gardens are absolutely magnificent.
They are.
Being a historical location, I would presume that there's some sort of studies or even
Yes.
archaeology going on here?
Yeah, so the garden actually looked a lot different when the Wilson family would have lived here. We know that they would have had things like a privy or an outhouse outside, as well as a stable and maybe a smokehouse. And so we started doing archaeology a couple of years ago, and we've been able to find foundations of a lot of this original work, as well as a lot of ceramic pieces, pottery, plates that are broken, cups, that sort of thing. And it really helps us to understand what life would have been like in 1856 when the Wilsons are living here, and even before that. So it's a really exciting time to see kind of what's in the ground.
That's amazing to me because it shows that we don't know what we don't know, and there's so
Exactly.
much more to learn in a place like this.
Exactly.
Excellent. So what is this lovely building here?
So the building that's behind us is known as our Library and Research Center, or we also call it the Archives. And this is where people can make an appointment to actually come see items in our collection. So we have a great collection of papers, documents, letters, that sort of thing. Specifically, one of our best collections is actually the collection of Dr. Cary Grayson, who was Woodrow Wilson's physician during his time as president. Dr. Grayson kept a diary and wrote letters every single day during Woodrow Wilson's presidency, so it gives us a little bit of an insight into the day-to-day life of a president, which you don't get to see very often.
That's a fantastic treasure.
It is absolutely fantastic. We also do a lot of our special events here. People can actually book the ability to utilize the space. It's a gorgeous home, as you can see, and so the downstairs area is where we host a lot of our events.
That's wonderful. We might have to look into that. Now this is quite a place here.
It is. This is our gift shop. So this is the first building you get to come into. You can buy your tickets here. We have a small video you can watch. You learn a little bit about what you're going to see on your visit. And then, of course, spend a little bit of money as well.
And that reminds me, I understand you have a lovely dragon here.
We do. We are part of your official scavenger hunt, and we have a dragon actually sleeping in one of the windows right now.
Really?
We do.
Well, let's not disturb it. Emily, who is this?
This is Wooly. Wooly is our mascot here at the museum. And you may be thinking, why do we have a sheep? That's really weird, right?
Well, actually, that was what I was thinking.
So Wooly represents, during World War I, Woodrow Wilson put 18 sheep on the White House lawn and actually used their wool to donate to the American Red Cross. And so in addition to having Wooly as our kind of fun little mascot to talk to people, so you're not always walking and talking about Woodrow Wilson, we also have some of the original wool that was actually from the sheep on the White House lawn. So this is over 100-year-old wool hanging out, and Wooly loves to talk to people about that.
That is truly amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, this is quite a thing here. Tell us about this wonderful limousine.
Yes, so this is Woodrow Wilson's official presidential limousine that he used during his presidency. It was part of the White House fleet. It joined it in 1919. So she's over 100 years old.
She's held up well.
She's in beautiful shape. Still runs. We do take her out in a fair few of our parades here in town. And if you come by on a lucky weekend, sometimes we have to pull it out to make it run. But Woodrow Wilson loved this car so much that when he left the White House, he had a group of friends actually purchase it from the White House fleet. Only time that's ever been done. And so Wilson would ride this until his death in 1924.
Amazing. What a beautiful piece of engineering.
Yes.
Well, tell us about this somber place.
So we are in a reconstructed trench from World War I. It actually is a French trench, is the way that it's developed. And we have this as part of our exhibit experience down here, so you can actually see what World War I would have been like living in the trenches on a daily basis.
It is so good of you to preserve this portion of history while everything else around the museum is so beautiful and so elegant and so amazing. It's very important to remember this part of President Wilson's time.
Absolutely, absolutely. As he was president during World War I, and of course is very well known for his peacemaking ability or attempt to peacemake after the war was over. So this is very much a part of his story.
To be commended.
Yeah,
Well done.
thank you.
What a wonderful time we had at the museum and the library. I hope you have the opportunity to visit soon.
You know, this would be a pretty nice place for a dragon sanctuary. Nah, anyways. Please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment.
Until then, happy observing.